Alright lads and ladies, what's the crack? This is your boy Big D. You're very welcome back to the channel. In this little video I'm just going to do another feeding segment and maybe a little update video. So while I wrangle Idunn out of her vivarium, I want you to say 10 Hail Marys for the faithfully departed. Little Bosco and little Simon. They'll be gone but never forgotten. Alright, see you in a sec lads. Alright, well that was a bit quicker this time. I kind of improvised a snake hook out of a metal coat hanger, and I'll show you that in a minute when she gets feeding. Much quicker to take her out. It's less stressful on her. She doesn't have to go into that flight mode. She can just literally pop out. I just hook the hook under her and lift her up, pop out of the viv. Happy days. She's not taking this. She was on the cool side of her tank. I'm sure she will take it now in a sec. She was on the cool side of her tank, so she's a little bit cold, alright. So she might be hesitant. There we go. Epic. Now she is still in my hand. So once as she gets a bit of a grip on this, I'll put her in. I'll actually put her into the wooden box and can free up my hands and sit back in front of the mic. I'm going to show you that snake hook. But in other news with her, she actually got out on Sunday night. She escaped from her viv. Let it be a cautious tale to you guys. Like, my viv is 1.5 foot tall, alright? She is probably a foot at most. What happens with my viv is the humidity gets up to quite a high level. It can get up past 70, which is not ideal. I mean, they can live comfortably between 30 and 60, but as soon as you start getting over 60, that's what I would call ball python territory, jungle climate. Which is not ideal, as I say. So what I did before I went to sleep, stupidly enough, was just crack the lid of the viv open like maybe 2 centimeters at most. I haven't been sleeping great, which I suppose now is a mixed blessing looking back, but about 5 o'clock I woke up from a restless sleep and put my phone on charge, and next of all I hear rustling from behind my computer. I'll put her in now, lads. Sorry for this. Yeah, I hear rustling from behind my computer, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? And just immediately I thought, oh no, she got out. So I had to take my keyboard out, my PC. I had to fucking take the drawers out of my chest of drawers and fish her out, basically. I'll show you this snake hook. Try to do it without spooking her, obviously. Here it is, here, just coming in the bottom. It's just literally a metal coat hanger bunched up a couple of times, and then the hanger end kind of sticking out a little bit. So I scoop this into the aspen and just grab a coil of her and just pick her up. It's as simple as that, man. I'll try and get into the habit of that. It's a good habit. It's a good habit. Like, at the end of the day, it's a snake. Alright. She's and with corn snakes especially, they're gonna have some of their bad days. If it's a female, they're gonna have more attitude as standard. Plus, they can kind of come in and out of breeding seasons and sexual maturity. So a snake is a snake is a snake. If you want to take the precaution, go ahead. But I would recommend doubly doing that if you have a female snake, because they can be a little bit temperamental sometimes. That's well known. But yeah, so that's the snake hook. She got out on the Sunday, as I explained. And then what else? Yeah, I dropped her the other day, sitting just on my computer chair, so it wasn't a big drop. But sometimes, just a caution again, when you wash your hands, sometimes that washes grit off your hands, and the grit gives you traction, believe it or not. So washing your hands is all great and grand, but it leaves them super slick almost, and a snake's scales just seem to slip off it a lot easier. And she just fell again, she only weighs like a couple of grams at the most, so it's not like she was a ton weight falling down on the ground, like, and it was only probably a 1.5 foot drop. Like, she threw herself off her Viv, so when she got out on Sunday, so it's not a big fucking ordeal like that. She slipped off the side of the computer chair and fell on the ground. She was perfectly fine after. No trauma, mental or physical. Good thing again about this snake hook is now, right, as you can see her there, she's in the box now. If she wants to come up over the edge, what I can do is scoop her back up with the hook. Now here she goes now, like, she knows there's another one in the vicinity. You can nearly physically tell she knows there's another mouse there. It's fascinating, like. She seems to always take them from the middle or the back. She hasn't really figured out fully the take it from the head trick. One thing I've noticed now since I have her is the white of her bottom jaw has become a lot more prominent. Now, she's not really taking that. If she takes it, she takes it. If she doesn't, she doesn't. I'm not going to leave her in there for ages with it. Having a sniff of it, obviously. Taking it from the back, see? It's unusual, carry on. And a little tip here, if you feed by this methodology, try and have someone there on hand to supervise, and then you can go about what you need to do in the tank. Take out any droppings, or change the water, get that all done while she's busy feeding. Just disregard any background noise you hear in this video, lads. Busy house as always. That's what I'm going to do now, change the water actually. Now, water changed, tank tended. You can see she's just about getting that down now, so what I'll do is employ the owl hook. Looks like she's struggling to get that down a little bit. No. Yeah, it's not good obviously if your snake regurgitates, but if she was to regurgitate, it would just give me an inkling. Maybe 2 pinkies every 5 days is too much. Maybe 1 pinky every 4 days. Maybe 2 pinkies in a single sitting is a bit too much. She's not ready for 2 yet. Maybe. So I'll wait till that gets down to her gullet, and I'll throw her back in to her Viv. Can nearly just tell by her body language now that she knows there's none left. So she's in hunting mode still, and she will remain in hunting mode for another, see, she's coming over the edge nearly. She will remain in hunting mode for another half an hour easily. She'll crawl around her Viv. But that, as you can see by the lump, that has filled her. Goodo. Get this girl nice and stout. Probably a bit too much, to be honest. Probably a bit too big of a feeding. I'll let her come over the edge there, and then I'll get her back. You don't want to obviously disturb her too much, but anyway, lads, that's me, your boy Big D. I'll talk to you later. Say bye, Idunn. Good luck.